So today was a long day, kinda. We were out the door by like 9:30 or so, and headed to Florence. We had a walking tour in the morning where we got to see Michelangelo's David, which was actually pretty impressive. It was just kind of crazy. Something you only see in pictures and hear about, and to see something so iconic and well known right there in person was kind of surreal. It was pretty impressive, like the detail on something like the veins in the arms, stuff like that, and the feet and hands were. The tour guide said that they were oversized compared to the rest of the body, but I mean, his stomach and chest were pretty impressive. And of course, the what I was really impressed with is the size of his nuts, his balls. It's like an apple. They're like really, really fucking big. I know it's probably juvenile to say that, but it was, you couldn't take my eyes off it. And then, like, from the one angle, his pubes looked like they were like this mean face. It was really, really cool. And then after that, we went for lunch. Eventually found a lunch place, and I had wild boar ravioli. Pretty good. And then we were going to try and find this place that was supposedly have the world's best gelato. And it must be the best because the line was like well out the door. It was probably like a half hour, 45-minute wait to get in, and we just simply didn't have the time. So we weren't able to do it, to get it, unfortunately. I guess I'm going to have to go back. I want to make some notes about. Oh, and then we went to dinner at a winery, which was rather meh. If I'm being honest, the food was kind of. They kind of rushed us through it, and it was like they were trying to sell us the wine and shit like that, and join their wine club, and I don't drink wine, so it didn't mean anything to me. But I do want to mention like the different kind of cultural things I'm noticing. For example, they have the cars they're totally different. There's a whole bunch of car models I've never even heard of. I have not seen any GM cars at all, not a one. I think the only pickup trucks we saw were on a truck being transported to wherever. They don't have like normal sized, these tiny ass, I wish I could show you a picture, tiny ass fucking pickup trucks with 3 wheels. We saw this other car that was really coming down the road in Florence, and it's just like this one-seater. It was like it was a car that was enough for one person, and that's it. Because everybody has small cars around here, because I guess the cost of gas is pretty expensive. And there's a whole bunch of funny-looking cars. I've seen a handful of Fords, but it's mostly cars I don't know. But so many tiny ass, different, funny, funky looking fucking cars. And then another thing that's weird is that, my room is not like this, but the doorknobs to like a lot of rooms and doors, the doorknobs are right in the center of the door, like almost at head level. Well, for a consolable, but they're almost like, so they're just right in the middle of the door, which is kind of weird. And you got to pay for the toilets. And a lot of them don't have toilet seats, so what are you paying for? If I'm going to pay for it, I should have the option to take a shit, right? Of course, the condom vending machines I've seen on the street, and then just like the flushing of the toilets, like my toilet. Let me show you my toilet here. Looking at this thing here, so here's my toilet. So the first time I went in here to take a piss, I went pee, and I'm like, where the fuck do I flush it? And I'm looking, I'm like, it's this thing right here. This is that flushes the toilet. So it's just weird, some weird different stuff, culture shockery. Otherwise, it's been a pretty pretty, 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 pretty good trip. Truly like the trip of a lifetime. Tomorrow's the last full day. We will go to a winery. I don't drink, but it's something to do, and they have cheese samples and stuff like that, and then we'll go to lunch and whatnot. And then Saturday, I come home. Back to normal. Boo.